Yeah, and then also being serious and training my motor, trying to get my motor up and running, more powerful, like my legs and lungs, and putting more miles down on a road bike and everything else. Um, I did it, and it worked, and I felt benefits from it and everything else, but it just I couldn't maintain that level of seriousness or professionalism because I felt that the race, um, the field was so freaking high level that it was like everything I did to be better just kind of kept me up with the peloton, never like on the front. Like I'd get out there and do all right at slaloms and stuff like that, and then I'd come down through the finish line of a downhill race like feeling really good, and it would be in like 20s or 30s, and I'm just like, pff. Like the guys that consistently can land on the podium are just untouchable in my opinion, and it's attractive to win races and and race and everything else, but when your other teammates are like Cedric and Lopes, and you're like, fuck, I'm never gonna beat these guys. These guys are insane, on so many levels. But the one thing that I do is, I jump off the steps and over the this and down the hill and off the roof, or we'll do a trick on the slalom course or something like that. And I was getting more praise or more recognition for shooting videos. The very first video I shot for was Matt Collins' video. It was like Masters of Reality, I think it was called. And that was Matt Collins was the one that shot with Voorhees all the time.
Yes, they lived in
And
Santa
then,
Barbara. I feel like he was from Santa Barbara, or maybe that's where I met him.
yeah. And he's still around. He still shoots stuff for Voorhees and stuff like that. And then I got on board real quick with Don Hampton from DH Productions and shot in Central Park in New York City, and then went to Lars's Dirt Jumps and just started a big relationship with Don Hampton. He taught me how to edit, and then I produced countless videos with him, and then I even did a couple of my own, Killing Time Counterparts and Bang Bang. So
True,
and that was
yes, man. Those
fun. Yeah,
you saying those were produced by you as well?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you put together what the budget and this filming, the schedule, and like wrapped it up. True,
Well,
killing time. Yeah.
the first one, yeah, Killing Time, the first one was just all my footage. Boom. Like, I'm going to edit it the way I want. I'm going to put all the songs in that I want. And Video Action Sports did the worldwide distribution. And we had them, everything was out on DVD. And that was the time, too, when you could make an honest um, decision of doing VHS and DVD or just straight DVD. Like you had an option. So I just
Yeah.
always went straight DVD. So unfortunately, I never had a VHS. That would have been cool, but it was a whole nother level of, I guess, to print all those costed a little bit more if you're going to go both ways. I don't remember exactly how it all went, but DVDs were fun. You made about $2 a video. $2 for a $20 video, but it worked out, and it was cool to get sponsorship for. I got sponsorship for the second and the third video. Um, the Counterparts was one where I could hit up Claw and get like a big melt tape of all his best shit. Like, give me that. Here's my tape of all my best shit for his video, Run for Your Life. And he like so all my savage moments, like I would we'd just trade footage. Like I had
Ah, and you
crazy stuff.
and you say you were
Like,
editing it yourself. You physically were editing it back then as well.
oh yeah. Don Hampton helped me because we did the first two um we did the first two chain reactions, and then for the third one I slid in the editor's seat and edited my section and a couple other guys' sections,
Oh wow.
and
Yeah, I literally didn't
just
even
kind
know
of to get
that.
me started.
That's a lot of
Yeah, and then
work, man.
after,
Like people don't see
yeah.
it. They just think you're in these movies, but they didn't see the groundwork behind the scenes.
Yeah, and producing those 3 DVDs like soup to nuts is a lot of work. And Counterparts was my favorite one because that was the one where I actually intentionally tried and I intentionally won. Like I was like, Killing Time was, it is what it is, and it came out and it was great. Awesome video. Everybody liked it. And then Counterparts, I really tried and it really worked out. And then Bang Bang, I really tried, but I crashed, broke my back, and salvaged the video. And my filmer stayed out in Europe for that Kashki series with Cam McCall and followed him around. And it kind of was like a split story between me and Cam McCall. Um, it was supposed to be, the name of the video is supposed to be "This is Freeride," and it was going to be a party video through Europe, doing all the cash key events and making money and just having a blast. But I ended up crashing in practice on the first event and busting my back up, and that was the end of my slope style career for sure. And that was the end of my video, "This is Freeride." And then it turned into Bang Bang, which was kind of just like a polar opposite, like a split down the middle. Like here's here's what happens when two paths go two different ways. One's the injury, and one's going all the way to the finish line.
And how many years were there of doing the filming and slopestyle and these events until the injury and after leaving of racing? Like how many years are there before that big injury you had?
Yeah, so the timeline is I graduated high school in 97 and I got on with Cannondale in 98, and I rode pro from 98 to 2003 was my last year, and 2004 was the first year. And then I left my team, my mechanic, kept Cannondale as a frame sponsor, and then picked all of my other sponsors a la carte, and then left racing in '03 for FREERIDE in '04. So '04, I was done racing, and I was already in bed with Red Bull and neural disorder. So I was like, I'll do this, and this will be what I'll do instead of racing.